and he thought his buddy was the bad guy, and he headshotted him straight through the window.
Well, the military's only putting them through the higher test. They would have thought somebody shot you at first.
Yeah, they thought it was a drive-by shooting.
What if the attacker's carrying a shotgun?
Immediately when he saw your gun, he came running over to me and said, "This guy's carrying a gun, whatever," and then he just left.
Right now, I don't got no development.
Yeah, me and you have a competition going that we
I know,
forgot about.
we have a competition, but my development isn't going.
Yeah, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
I paused it.
Why?
I mean on your survival game.
Yeah,
Why'd you pause it?
because I have to reevaluate everything because I don't really know what I want to make. So,
Oh,
I'm
you got
right-
sidetracked on our other.
I right
What do
now
you mean?
because when I
I
was
thought you had a storyboard or something you were following.
I was making one, but it was just gonna be a normal survival game.
Yeah.
And then after me and Cameron's other competition we had, I had an idea of a better game that's complete opposite. Where like it's a survival game, but it's in like ancient times, with like
So it's a survival game, just a different era.
yeah, basically. It's still gonna be like the same, but you're gonna be able to do more things, like create armies and stuff.
Well, you should probably start simple.
No, I am gonna start simple. That's why I'm having to reevaluate everything so I can put together a different plan.
You need to set a deadline of when you're going to launch it in beta.
That's one of the things I'm working on.
Yeah, but you should make a basic survival game with like basic features, launch a deadline for beta, and then roll out updates with these other things.
I know that's what I was
Then you
gonna
get a following too.
I know that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm also trying to figure out a marketing campaign to also start.
You could do what Road to Vostok does.
What's that?
Do weekly videos on your progress. He hasn't even launched his game yet, and his channel has like 400,000 subscribers. Or 100,000.
1,000, a million?
No.
He hired like 2 or 3 people now.
Yeah.
And then what you can do is you can launch a payment page where people could support the game.
Oh, I was gonna launch a Kickstarter. I think it is.
Uh-huh.
I think about that.
Get a
They take a
funding
percentage, I think.
They most all do.
So, what's wrong if they take a percentage if you're getting what you need?
Some take more.
But the thing with Kickstarter is if you don't reach your goal, all donors get the money back and you don't get it. If people can just give you, if people just do a Patreon and they want to give you like $100, you get it.
Yeah. Oh.
That's what Patreon is. That's what you want.
And then what you could do, or you could just tie it to, if you create a YouTube account, have it if they do certain monthly payments like $10, $25, $50, then they get certain badges and like certain perks.
Wait, you can do that.
So early access to the game before beta launches, like.
Wait, you can do that.
They get monthly or weekly emails.
Where would they use their badges?
What?
Where would they use the badges?
Well, if you do it on YouTube memberships, then they can have certain badges beside their name and comments and all kinds of stuff.
Don't you need to be a YouTube partner?
Yeah, you have to be a partner. But YouTube changed their whole partner program. It used to be you had to qualify as a partner before you could use any of the monetization features.
Oh, yeah.
And before you could even make posts or anything. They completely changed it where I think you could do memberships and all kinds of stuff just by verifying your account. Then, if you want ads on it, then that's when you have to hit like 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time.
They also made it where everybody can make posts now, too.
Yeah, if you verify the channel.
How do you become a member?
I mean, how do you verify your channel?
Or like become a YouTube member, however you were saying it.
Oh, partner.
Partner.
You have to basically just apply for it and fill in some details, and then they approve it.
Will they base off?
And they approve most anybody.
Oh, they will.
Yeah.
They don't base it off of like how much views and stuff you have on the channel. Oh.
Because like right now, I think we could launch memberships on the Groff Show, and it was literally created just like a few weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
You mean like a membership then where people pay for it
Mm-hmm.
to get?
And then you can outline any perks you want. So it could be like a week early access to episodes or behind the scenes content, and then you can post videos just to those people.
Oh.
And then also if you have like badges and stuff, that will show up beside their name in comments and live streams and all of that. You can also get super chats too, I think.
I think you have to have so many subscribers and stuff for that.
For super chats.
Don't you?
No, I think super chats act as the memberships, where you can get those first. It's just that you have to hit a certain ratio to get ads. But I don't understand why they make you hit I don't know why they make you hit a certain ratio to get your ad dollars, because they run ads on everyone's videos now. It used to be if you weren't monetized, like a YouTube partner, ads wouldn't play on your videos.
Oh, yeah.
That's why certain channels refused to become YouTube partners, because they didn't want their subscribers to have to watch ads.
Yeah.
But then,
Just get premium.
yeah, no. But then a few years ago, YouTube made the change where they run ads on all videos, whether you're a partner or not.
Do you get paid for them then? If they ran on your video?
Nope.
Only if you're a partner.
You only get paid if you're a partner. Which in order to qualify as a partner, you have to have like 1,000 subscribers
You said to become a partner.
and either 4,000 hours of watch time or 3 million shorts views.
But you said
They changed that.
you said to become a partner, it's very easy. Anybody can do it.
No. Becoming a partner is easy, but then in order to qualify for monetization with ads on your videos, that has
The
requirements.
benefits that come with the partner.
The benefits are you get to like have memberships, I think super chats, a few things like that where you can make money. But then if you want ads to get paid for the ads on your video, then you have to hit certain
So
requirements.
it's like partner plus.
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing my whole plan, because when I first started, I didn't have a plan, so I just started making it, and now there's like nothing really to go by.
You got farther in your game.
You should make a plan, like a storyboard of what it is, and the initial features you'll launch with. And then you should make some basic game art with Fiverr, post it on Steam as a pre-order, and then create a weekly video, like a devlog, where you basically just recap what you've been working on and what you're going to be working on.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm putting together a whole thing, like a whole plan for all of that stuff,
Yeah.
because I didn't have that
You
last
shouldn't
time.
just throw out your other game, though, because you
Oh,
got
I'm not-
far in that.
I'm
That's a lot of mechanics that you built.
Oh, it is. I'll be using a lot of the stuff that I've already built. I might even just stick with that project. Just
That's all backed up, too, I think, right? GitHub.
no, I didn't use GitHub this
Didn't
time.
back it up?
I have saved files
Oh.
on a hard drive. You know, it might not be as like good, but at least I don't lose them like I did last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what game isn't out there that I think would do really good?
Mhm.
An open world snowboarding game.
Oh no, there's already
Out
something
there?
kind of like that.
No.
A game where you like have like every single thing, like parachutes, snowboards,
There's actually
bikes, like
three.
it's everything.
Yeah, but it's not good mechanics for every single one.
That is.
No, there's one. It's dedicated.
What's it
Or
called?
it's on Game Pass. Or it was on Xbox Game Pass.
What's it called?
Well, no, but don't you see? Look, that's what I'm saying. All these games, like it's just a snowboarding game or just a skateboarding game or something like that. Those should just be little things into a bigger
It
game.
didn't go very.
Oh.
Like that, like
Popular.
that should just be like a side thing you can do into a game. It should be a
Steep.
game by itself.
It's called Steep.
No, I've seen that, but they're not that good.
No, it was a new one that was released. Like Steep something.
But that's open world where you can go anywhere in it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Run to the top of a mountain and slide down, and then do it again?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing like.
But it's like an exploration open world survival game. So there's other things you could do like camping, foraging, making fires, basic hunting. So like things you can do as if you're like
That's
just out there
Steep.
snowboarding.
So it's like an open world ski game. There's no boundaries. You can play races and stuff, and I think then there's boundaries, but like there's like no boundaries.
But don't you people aren't really hunting when you're snowboarding, which is fine since
Yeah, no, but like what if you're lost?
you have to add more than just that.
What if you get
Add
lost?
survival mechanics to a snowboarding game.
No.
Yeah.
Make it.
So it centers around snowboarding and it's open world, but then it's basic survival mechanics. So like you could craft Like you can craft campsites. You can.
The menu
Cook.
should be the lodge, and you never actually go.
So here's what I think. You know, what was that snowboarding movie that was really old, where the dad and son went snowboarding, and then the dad died?
Silver.
Yeah. I think that's what it's called. They're hiking up. They got let off by a chopper or something, and then they hiked up even farther, and they were like camping while they're getting there and things like that. So it's stuff like that.
And then the dad died.
Yeah, he skied off a cliff.
It's because he was skiing. The kid was snowboarding, and he didn't die.
Well, then just make it like a story mode game, kind of like that, where you follow a story, where you're having to hike up a mountain and survive, do all the things, and then the end of the story, like the last thing, is where you then have to go down the mountain.
No, because you'd only snowboard at the end.
What? No, there would be smaller things where you would snowboard in like smaller like crevices and canyons and stuff, but you're still trying to get up to them to the top. And then when you would have to snowboard to get away from stuff, it's just setbacks to then make it longer.
Oh, yeah. When does the new Long Dark come out?
Early 2026.
A whole year?
Yeah, the video we saw was released December 12th.
I said it took them so
This was
long.
like 2 weeks
no.
ago.
I said it took them so long because you're too busy.
3
making
weeks
the
ago.
trailer.
I can't wait though.
It almost looked like DayZ, but with no zombies.
Yeah. And with horses.
Hopefully it's funner than Daisy.
Why?
Daisy's boring.
It's just as boring as the Long Dark.
Oh,
Long
Daisy is like
Why? Yeah, why is the Long Dark more fun?
It's way better.
Alright, Daisy-
Map design,
Daisy-
crafting,
Daisy.
and their overall like survival system is just better.
Daisy is more dead than their zombies are.
DayZ actually shows you how DayZ would kind of actually shows you how it would be in real life if there was a zombie apocalypse. Because like in DayZ, when you walk into a big city, you hear gunshots every few minutes because there's lots of people.
Yeah.
And like if you watch a zombie movie like The Walking Dead, they'll be in like a massive city and they'll be there for like a week and you won't hear or see anything.
Oh, wait, in the movie.
How's that like real life?
That's not real life. What I meant is it's too quiet. They only occasionally come across people.
See, in real life,
Versus
I
in,
think
like,
it would
Day-
be more quiet because in real life, no one's gonna want to just fire off a gun for no reason.
But that's how it is in DayZ.
People are trigger happy, Daisy. I've learned.
Well, they are. They see you and they go crazy. They don't even try to be your friend. I've made like 2 or 3 friends. Remember the one guy wanted to go cow hunting?
He went and beat up a cow.
Guess what? You know that other day when us three, listen. You know that other day when us three was playing DayZ and then you left? And it was just me and Harriston.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Me and Harriston, we didn't know it, but we were practically close to the same town, if not in the same town, and we didn't know it. Because on
Oh
the
no,
map,
yeah, you said that y'all were
on the
walking
map,
in the same.
we thought we were somewhere else, but we were actually in the same town.
You probably
And you know how I
spied on
knew
each
it?
other.
No, you know how I knew it? There was a guy that started talking over the in-game mics, and I heard him, and I tried talking back, but I guess my mic wasn't working. And then all of a sudden Harrison goes, "There's this guy just talking to me, wanting to know if I want to go hunt an elk with him or whatever." A cow, and I thought he was talking to me. So here we could both hear him.
Yeah.
But we
were in the same,
still
like,
looking for
range.
each
You're
other.
in the same. That's
Yeah.
weird.
And then all of a sudden I heard a gunshot, and Harrison goes, "I died."
Yeah. I finally once I
Well, I
found
didn't realize that when you shoot at something in a big town, everything swarms at you. Remember, me and you were walking. We're going to find a well. We were both thirsty,
Uh-huh.
and a zombie came running after you. And I was fed up with them, and I didn't have much health left, so I just took a shot at it because I didn't want to die.
Yeah, no.
And also, we got swarmed. We both died.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I found out that they don't ever give you bullets with the guns you find.
Yeah, they do.
So
They
for
do.
almost every single gun I found like 5 now. I've never got ammo with
You
them.
probably found them already looted.
No, like one I found like you can just tell that they're not looted.
You have to go deeper in the maps in DayZ, because all the fresh spawns are all looting the
You
coasts.
can't get deeper into the map because like there's not enough food for you even to survive.
You know how the strategy with DayZ is you spawn, you get water,
You can't.
you get fish,
Where?
and you cook the fish. Fish will last you the longest.
Where do you
And
get,
then once you have the fish all cooked, then you head inland.
where do you get fish?
You can fish right on the coast.
I mean, like, how do you get it?
You just need a hook and a pole.
I've never found a pole.
That's the thing, you can make it from a stick.
Where do you get a hook?
You just need a hook, a string, and a stick.
You find hooks all over.
And that's why when you're working up the coast to a city, you check every boat you come across, because by the time you get to where you're going, you'll have found a few hooks. And one hook could catch you a few fish.
How do you get water?
Hmm?
How do you get water?
Well,
Every main town has a water well.
They do.
Mm-hmm. That's if you look. That's if you look on the maps by I Survive, the city you're in. You can just zoom in and it'll show you where the well is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But that's when you have to be careful because the wells are always the hot spots. If there is a player in the town, he's most likely been at or is at the well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
have you tried Gray Zone yet?
What's Gray Zone?
That military combat game.
Is it out or is it like beta?
It's out right now. I don't know if it's in its full release, but you can purchase it.
And it's kind of like a survival game or a DMZ game.
Probably DMZ, yeah. It's like a modern version of Tarkov.
Can you log off or are you still in the game?
It's cool. When you log in, you never log out.
So you have to like hide.
So when you die, you respawn to your base camp, which is like a safe zone. That's where everybody is. And you can either take a chopper out into the main map, or you can walk out the front gate. But if you go there, there's usually dead bodies laying right there, because when people walk out, there's like campers.
Oh no.
But you can take a chopper out, and if you take a chopper out, it can haul up to like 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you'll get a chopper that is hauling other people that aren't like friendlies.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they land, it's just a gunfight.
can you jump?
But you
out?
never leave the map, which is cool.
Can you jump
Even when
out?
you die, you just spawn back at base camp.
But when you log off, where's your body go?
It just stays at base camp.
So it's not like someone can loot you while you're off.
If you stay out in the main map and you log off, your body might stay.
Well, how do you return to the base camp? You have to manually return to it, or you just...
You gotta either hike back to base camp, or you can call in a chopper and go to a chopper's drop-off zone.
And is that just your chopper, or can other people get on it?
Everybody's chopper.
So you have to go to specific chopper locations.
The game is highly focused on team work, so you want a team. Because if you have a whole team, you can request a chopper, and now nobody else can get on it. No one's gonna like fight you for it.
Can you shoot in
Yeah.
the chopper?
Yeah,
Can you be shot out of the chopper?
I think.
Can you shoot people sitting in the chopper if you're sitting in the
I
chopper?
think.
So then how's everybody gonna ride together?
While you're in the chopper, you can't turn all the way
What?
over. Yeah, it's-
Also, both 2 bad guys are sitting right beside
Yeah.
each other going, I'll shoot you when we get out.
But it's cool. I was playing the other day, and it was like nighttime in the game, and I was sitting in a bush, sneaking up on a team, and it's a thick jungle. You can literally lose people within 10 feet.
Oh.
Playing through the jungle. It's that.
That means if you attack a team and you start causing chaos, they'll lose track of each other.
But a chopper came flying over with another team in it, and the bushes started going crazy because they added all kinds of like wind.
Are there player tags above people's heads?
No, there's like barely any UIs.
That's what's good about DayZ. This guy I was watching on YouTube. He met up with a random and they started playing together, and then they encountered this really geared out player, and they were trying to fight him, and they went around a corner and was peeking through windows between this building, and he thought his buddy was the bad guy, and he headshotted him straight through the window, and then went around and it was his own buddy. He killed him.
Oh, why? Yeah, there's friendly fire because everybody's on the same team and everybody's not on the same team. There's also AI, like,
You know what a good strat could be for that game? You go on with 3 people so that you can always have one other person in the chopper. And then every person who comes in the chopper with you, you kill them.
that's the thing. A lot of guys I was noticing was just
Yeah.
going in with knives.
Why?
Then they jump out while everyone's doing a shootout. If everyone was, usually people were going in as teams, and then they can reserve a chopper, I think, because it wasn't allowing you to jump in with them. But then you just have a bunch of guys running around with knives trying to stab each other.
Can you jump out of the helicopter and
No.
parachute? Like,
Can you stow your gear somewhere at base if you don't want to go out with it?
Yeah. When you're at base, you have when you go in your inventory, it has then a side inventory that is all your extra loot. It's literally like Tarkov, but you never have to wait and load back into the main menu. You can go out into the map and be out there all day long if you wanted to.
Oh, that's cool.
Like the server never shuts down. It's just live. You never load into a menu and load out. You're just in base and you're out of base. It's a cool game idea. But it completely eliminated the menu system.
Is there survival mechanics?
There's food.
Or is it just like Tarkov?
It's like Tarkov. I think it's a little bit better in the survival aspect because
But is it easy to survive or is it like DayZ?
I never lost longer than a day.
Because you got shot or you starved to death?
I've always got shot.
But I meant, is the survival mechanics easier or harder than
I
DayZ?
ran out of food and water, and my guy was starting to lose stamina and everything. So then I had to find stuff, and then I did. And my guy, so it more affects how you interact, like your stamina and stuff. I don't know if you can die from not eating.
wait, what?
I didn't play it long enough.
How fast paced is the game? Like, how much can you move your character?
I think you move it pretty good. Oh, he's way faster than Daisy.
Is he as fast as Warzone?
No, nothing.
Nothing's as fast as Warzone.
Light speed.
Can you, like...
No, but it's cool. Their sound quality is good too. If you sprint for too long, your guy will start really breathing, and your heartbeat in your character's chest will start pounding, and you can actually hear it from other players.
You
If
know-
they're close enough, you can literally hear their heartbeat.
That guy I was watching that he accidentally killed his buddy in DayZ. Once he was dead, he was trying to heal in this building.
Yeah.
And he heard another player nearby because the other player was sick and was coughing and trying to work his way up the halls quietly, and then he knew he was there, so he went out and shot him.
Yeah. Oh my. And it's really cool too because it's like you can do one tap headshots. Well, all that. And if you have ballistic plates, it really works. Like me and this guy, we were in the same building. We were doing CQB on each other,
Mm-hmm.
and I came around the corner, and I was aiming at his chest, and most of my bullets were deflecting. And he had a handgun, and I had an AK. And he had a handgun, and he one-tapped me.
Well, that's cool. How much is it?
I think it's on sale for like $25 right now.
That's not bad.
Originally, I think 30.
Wait a minute, but like, if you get hit and you have plates, does it like stun your character a little bit?
A little bit.
Like how
The
much?
visuals also, like when you're dying or whatever, is also really cool. And actually, you don't die. Like if you get a headshot, then you're dead. Yeah. But if you get like a bad bullet wound, your character falls over, you go into like a coma,
Mm-hmm.
and your teammates can come and like revive you with big med kits and stuff,
Well,
and blood bags. Like they can give you blood and stuff.
That's cool.
It's really cool.
that's cool. Because like if you're getting shot by an AK, you're gonna have like get stunned like crazy.
Oh yeah, he was hurt bad though. He was bleeding and coughing.
If you have a vest on, and
Because when you die, your character lays over and his eyes almost go shut all the way. And I could see him just for a little bit, and his character was coughing, and his character was like holding himself, and he was about to die himself. I think he died on the spot too,
Oh, that's more realistic.
because not all my shots hit his chest. I think I hit him a few times in the waist and in the legs.
Oh, okay.
Cool game.
Wait, how come like no games really have your person set up like the Hunter Call of the Wild has their animals set up, where they have all the organs and stuff?
They do. I think that's what they're focused.
they do, you just don't see it.
Well, no, like they might finally now, but like all these shooting games,
Like in
survival-
Fortnite, you can one tap somebody in the foot.
Yeah.
It all depends on. You can?
Yes.
At least you used to.
Oh yeah, no. You know why? It's because
We had
it's
a
like
battle royale at that one time. The guy was hiding behind a wall, at least he thought, but his foot was sticking out because of the way the terrain was in the wall. His foot was sticking underneath, and I shot him in the foot and killed him.
It was gross.
It was the best battle royale win ever.
yeah, because some of those games, like certain guns will have so much damage that it'll apply, and if it's more damage than your player's health, then you one-shot the person no matter where you hit them.
Yeah, I know.
It's stupid.
It should be like you can only do so much damage to like the foot. And then you can only do so much damage to the leg.
So COD's kind of a little bit more accurate, but slightly similar. For example, if you have like a sniper rifle that gets a one shot, if you hit chest or up, it doesn't really matter where in the chest you hit them.
No.
You can hit them off to the side and they'll die.
I got a 350 or 400 meter headshot twice last night. Me and Harriston were playing
And what?
in COD. We went up
Whoa.
to a skyscraper. These guys were like, they were so far, the fog was like, you could barely see them.
Oh,
I tapped both of them. Eliminated the whole team.
because the one guy was trying to heal the other guy then.
No, they were running around on their rooftop with snipers, but we were so far away, they had even our sniper glints weren't even affected.
Oh,
Because later we were sniping at another guy and you could barely see his sniper glint, and he was like 280 meters. And this was like almost double that. And I one-tapped both of them. I one-tapped him down the guy because he had his teammate, and then I one-tapped the other guy. Team white.
oh man. That's cool.
Yeah.
But that had to be headshot. And
What
they
gun
said
was it?
headshot. It's one of the new snipers. It's like yellow by default. I don't know the name. It's new. It was only the blue class too. It wasn't even the best class.
I had a red class. And then it showed like a little like wrench and gun icon on it. So it might be custom built in.
I saw this one funny video on YouTube a long time ago where this young kid, he became of legal age to get a gun. So he went into a store to buy his first gun. And he was referencing the guns as in like Call of Duty because that's how he knew guns. But then the person behind the counter was a younger guy too, and he understood what the guy was saying. So in order to let him understand, he was like telling him it in like COD terms.
Oh no!
He'd be like, yes, like this one right here has enough damage to get a one shot in upper chest and up, and like this one has. He was telling him
At
about.
that point, you shouldn't sell the guy the gun.
What?
I saw a video the other day. The guy was arguing these gun laws and stuff that are being passed, and he goes, "You people that are trying to push all these gun laws, what are you gonna do when a gun pointing at you and you're in that situation? Are you gonna try to get their identification number and their birth certificate before they shoot at you to make sure they're legal enough to own the gun?"
Oh no!
It's weird.
Speaking of guns, gonna get my gun pretty soon.
What kind?
Which one?
SIG P320 M18.
You should get a Shadow Systems.
No.
What's that?
It's everything Glock should have been.
I just watched a video.
So they fit all their specifications are built exactly to Glocks.
Yeah, see,
so they can-
everything Glock should have been.
They can use the same holsters, same magazines, and pretty much every attachment that a Glock gun can use. So anything you have for your Glock, you can transfer straight over to a Shadow Systems. But then the Shadow Systems are just built a lot more higher quality. You can customize them a lot more. They have like metal magazines instead of like the plastic Glock ones. Because the plastic Glock ones, if you shoot too much, they'll like heat up and get sticky, and then they'll like won't eject as fast and stuff.
I watched one of Garen Thumb's new videos. I think it's new or decently new, where he did a bunch of drop tests on handguns.
Uh-huh.
He did like 3 or 4 different SIGs. Not a single one fired. I'm thinking, did he do a Glock in it?
Yeah, but the military signed a new.
No, the Glock passed.
No, he did like 2 or 3 Glocks.
I saw one Glock and it passed.
The military
Then he
signed.
did a Shadow System, I think. No, it was all the 1911s were all firing on the first drop test.
Yeah, but those aren't SIGs.
No, I was making a comment.
But the military recently signed contracts with SIG, and they keep breaking.
No, that's what they say.
Well, the military's only putting them to the higher tests.
You said that's what they say, and then you didn't provide a counter argument, so I'll take mine.
I don't have one. My counter argument is there's a reason they didn't sign with Glock in the first place.
That's because they came from Glock. I
I thought
thought.
Glock, doesn't Glock,
They did not. They've been with SIG.
Didn't Glock sign?
No, but when they
before
transfer, when they moved to SIG, I think they come from Glock.
What?
I thought when they transitioned to SIG, they came from Glock.
No, didn't they come from a Heckler Arms?
Maybe.
They didn't Glock sign on to some other country.
Heckler Arms sells London. I think Navy SEALs use Heckler Arms.
They probably supply a lot of people.
Yeah, I think so.
They probably supply a lot of people because Glocks are like the most recognized handgun out there.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Like you show anyone a Glock and they'll have seen it before in movies and stuff.
Wait, what?
It's almost that way with the SIG though too.
What type of guns do like normal police have? Glock.
A lot of them have Glocks.
Well, then that's probably why everybody knows it. They just see it because the cops have it.
It's funny in movies, the police, like the FBI and the Secret Service and all these people, they all have basically just like, they just have standard Glocks. There's no like red dots. There's no lasers or flashlights or anything. It's just like standard iron sight black Glocks.
They always have those or Berettas. I don't know why people love Berettas so much.
Yeah, that and the Beretta ones are the most common ones.
They're ugly.
Wait, are the?
I think the Beretta failed on the drop test too.
What failed in it?
They fired.
It fired.
Yeah.
How did the Glocks do?
I forget. The one Glock didn't fire, but I think he did 2 or 3 Glocks.
Well, Glock shouldn't fire because I don't know about all Glocks, but my Glock 19 it doesn't have a manual safety, but it has technically like 2 or 3 safeties in the gun, and it prevents it from firing if dropped.
Yeah. The one Glock we saw didn't fire.
The one Glock that passed.
I would not want to daily carry
That would,
any gun that has a risk of firing if dropped.
No.
Because when I was in my motorcycle wreck
that would have fired.
and I hit that car head on, and I went somersaulting over the whole thing, my gun flew out.
Yeah.
Which is bad. You didn't have a
Well, it kind of flew out. What?
You didn't have a secured.
Yeah, I did.
Well, it didn't fly
I have a high
out.
retention holster.
Well, it didn't fly out. It just kind of like.
So the gun, the sidecar magazine flew out and was laying on the road, and the gun came out of the holster and was like up in my jacket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I guess it still would have made contact with the ground at some point.
No, but yeah, all the impact of it flying out. If it was another gun, it could have fired, and it didn't hit me.
You.
Yeah, I shot you.
You glad you didn't have a 1911?
The simple car wreck and motorcycle crash would have turned into like a whole investigation.
They would have thought.
Yeah.
They would have thought somebody shot you at first.
Yeah, they thought it was a drive-by shooting.
Why you crashed? Shots are fired. Motorcycle guys are crashing.
Yeah.
That was stupid though.
No, I have a really good holster. It's a high retention holster. It doesn't have anything that clips it in, but you don't want that for concealed.
T-Rex arms holster.
You don't want.
That's all you gotta say.
I saw a recent ad for a concealed carry holster.
T-Rex arms.
Listen, I saw a recent ad for a concealed carry holster, and they had a Velcro strap that went over the handle of the gun and Velcroed on the other side for a concealed carry holster. But you don't want that because how are you supposed to take that out fast? That at least adds 1 to 2 seconds to your draw.
If not more.
And what happens if your one hand isn't able to get to your gun to unstrap it, and you have to draw one-handed?
No, you can't do that.
So that's what I meant. You don't want anything strapping your gun down. You just want a high retention holster.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But when you're flying through the air, 30-some miles an hour, and you hit the ground,
Boom.
your gun's probably going to come out.
That would have been bad if you were carrying a 1911.
Why'd they fire?
Every single one that they tested for firing.
That church in Loveland, that's what he carries, the head of security.
Oh, yeah.
He dailies a 1911.
Well, if he's done it for years, it means he hasn't dropped it still.
He dailies a 1911 with like a sidecar holster, a sidecar magazine, and then 2 more magazines around his ankle. So he's carrying like
Wait, around.
he's carrying like 60-some rounds of ammunition on him.
Like, why there?
He has to wear like boots or something the whole time.
No, he has jeans.
Yeah, why your ankle?
He said if he gets through his whole magazine in his gun, I think he actually just does 3. 1 in the gun and then 2 magazines around his ankle. His thought process, he said, was if he empties his first magazine, most likely he'll be on the ground too because he'll have gotten hit. So he goes, it's right there within easy reach. He could be on the ground. We're like, oh.
If he gets hit,
That's weird. You know, you can get sidecar holsters that hold 2 mags.
Yeah, but then that's a lot to carry if you're carrying appendix.
That's still better than your ankle. Because is it easier to reach to your ankle or reach to your hip?
yeah.
Oh.
Well, not if you're laying on.
For me,
Yeah.
yeah.
What if the attacker's carrying a shotgun and he shot your leg off that's carrying your ammo?
If he hit your leg would blow up.
That's what I said. He blew off your leg. It had the ammo. Now you're out of ammo.
I think he also said everywhere he goes in his truck, he carries like a tactical shotgun, an AR-15, and then something similar to an AK-47.
It sounds like this guy's like.
And he says the reason he does that is because if that shit ever went down and it was like a post-apocalyptic or whatever, he
What's
says
that movie
he has
called?
the AR-15 because it carries 5.56 and 223 ammo, and that's the most common ammo in America. But if we're invaded by other countries, the most common ammo in other countries is 7.62, and that's what his AK-47 shoots. So he goes, no matter what happens, he goes, he's set. He'll be able to find ammo anywhere. Oh, and his 1911 is 9mm. So he says that's the most common handgun round, which it is.
It sounds like he's very paranoid about things.
Did you hear about the new movies coming out?
Which one?
I'm trying to find the name.
Well, while you find the name, remember what happened with my motorcycle wreck?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wrecked, and then I'm getting up on my knees, and all of a sudden I'm swarmed by like 8 people.
Oh, that guy freaked out that you had a gun.
And the one person like grabs me puts her hand on my shoulder and goes, "Are you okay? I'm going to start praying over you." And then another guy like looks at me and goes, "I'm so sorry." And here he is, the other driver that cut in front of me and I didn't know it. And then another person just jams their hand right up in my face and goes, "How many fingers am I holding up?"
That's like a movie.
And then I was like, they thought I looked dazed because I was like looking in the distance. But it's because I looked down and I saw my gun was up in my jacket. And I was trying to figure out how I was going to put it back without freaking everyone out. And then the one lady who said, "I'm going to start praying over you," started screaming and going, "He's in shock. We got to get the ambulance out here. Someone call 911. And then I go, "No, I'm not shocked. I'm not in shock. I just got to figure out how to put this thing in." So I just silently opened my jacket, holstered my gun.
Yeah.
And while I was there was a doctor there trying to walk me through like if I'm okay. And all of a sudden he disappeared.
Yeah, you didn't care anymore.
And I didn't think of it then, but then later when I was talking to one of the officers, we were just talking about guns and stuff. He said, "Oh yeah, by the way, that doctor, immediately when he saw your gun, he came running over to me and tattled on you. And he snitched on you and said, 'This guy's carrying a gun, whatever.' And then he just left. And he'd rather let me die than help someone who carried a gun."
I know. He's like,
He probably went home and was like, I had a close one to that. Countered the guy with the gun.
he's probably talking to his therapist right now going, "I don't know how I'm going to get through it."
He goes, "I was within 3 feet of a gun. I almost died."
I saw my life flicker before my eyes.
Because, like, what if it went off or something?
What if he was there to come after somebody? He almost.
Oh, that made me think. If you're carrying a gun, a daily carry, and it doesn't have a safety to prevent it from firing, those are the ones you don't carry one in the chamber.
That's the one thing about a SIG, and I'm kind of on the fence by, is they have a manual safety. You can
Not all of them.
You can get them without manual safeties, but I don't know which one I'm gonna get. I kind
Do
of.
SIGs have safeties in place that prevent it from firing if dropped?
Yeah.
Because if you're carrying...
Yeah, that was funny. No, that was funny. In the video where they were doing the drop test, they were doing all of them from chin height.
Yeah.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
And when they got to the SIG, they're like, let's debunk this military thing right here of all the SIG. Everyone thinks SIGs fire when they get dropped. So they were by a cargo container. One of them jumped up on the cargo container and they dropped it from up there a few times. And it still never went off.
Yeah, I know.
But that's the thing I forgot. If you carry a gun that could fire when dropped,
You don't carry one in the chamber.
you don't carry it with one in the chamber. That's when you then have to practice your draws, cocking it while
The guy that
drawing.
carries the 1911, does he carry one in the chamber?
I didn't ask him, but he probably doesn't.
I would.
Because it would be dangerous otherwise.
I know.
Yeah.
Because, like, what if you're just walking and you trip over a curb and you fall and your gun is the first to hit because he carries appendix right in front of him? I don't know. That would be a bad place for it to go off.
Be a very bad place for it to go off. I can't find the name of that movie, but it's coming out soon or it's already been released.
What's it about?
About nuclear war or something starts happening, or world war or something. Shit starts hitting the fan, so everybody just like starting to like retreat into like the mountains and stuff, and like they're trying to get out of cities and everything. And there's this big rich guy that was planning for his entire life. He built his house up on a hill and everything's it's all tactical, like, and he has like security and everything.
Is it like a comedy movie almost?
It's like a compound then. And then everybody in the movie, a lot of people are trying to escape to this guy's house because they know he has guns. He has his own like militia there to protect him, and he only lets in a few people and stuff like it that he knows.
Is it like a comedy movie or something like that?
I don't know. I only seen like one, the trailer and like a clip on YouTube. I think it is out because I've seen the clip on YouTube.
Yeah.
It looks.
Trying to think what would be the best play.
The guy was preparing his whole life for this moment, and it happened.
Trying to think what would be the best play in an apocalyptic event. Because the bad thing is, if you go to the mountains yourself, then you're on your own. And then if another crew comes in and encounters you, you're dead.
Well, that's the thing. Since you're on your own, you probably could almost just keep moving.
Well,
That's the thing. If you're on your own, you'd have to keep moving.
You'd have to live while moving. You wouldn't really want to set up a base camp because that's too dangerous.
That's the thing. If something like that did happen, it wouldn't be like a thing where now it's little groups, and when they encounter each other, they'll kill each other. Most likely, all the normal people.
There's a guy at Cigar Group. Yeah, there's a guy at Cigar Group, and he has a lot of land, and it's like out in the open. So like when you're at like their house and barn and the whole thing, you can like see for miles around. Yeah. So he says if anything goes down, that's where he's staying. And then he goes, you could all just come with me. And I go, yeah, we'll just all come. We'll help you do Overwatch, because he has a big tall tower and you can literally see people coming forever. And then you have a few guys mounted up there with snipers, and you're pretty safe. Unless a big crew somehow has their hands on tanks and Humvees, then.
Well, that's what I mean.
Well,
if something like,
because in The Walking Dead, there's a scene where the main group, found an abandoned prison, and it had chain link fences all around it, just like prisons do. And it was they breached it and was able to get inside.
Right. Yeah.
And then they turned that into their base because the fences kept all the zombies out and everything.
Oh, it's smart.
But there was another crew that was in the city about 30 miles up the road, and they had a whole town. It was like a small town, and then they barricaded the whole perimeter, and they would take out the military. So like military units would come rolling in, like a whole squad with like a Humvee and a tank and just like about 10 soldiers.
Yeah.
And then they would act all innocent like, and then they would kill all the soldiers and then take all their gear. So they had tanks and Humvees and all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
and then they took the prison from the other group because they just rolled in with tanks, shot the towers where they were doing Overwatch, and just rolled through the chain link fences, and it let all the zombies in. They let the zombies do the work until they were done.
Oh my goodness.
They were using a bad thing as their own gain.
That was their second attempt. The first time they tried to do it, they came rolling in like that, and there was no one around, so they thought they left because they knew they were coming. So they started walking in the prison, getting deep into the wall, into the corridors and everything, and it was a trap. They had them trapped, and they had them pinned in really narrow tunnels, and then they let zombies out of one door that pinched them from that angle, and then they just started firing at them from another angle, and they lost a lot of people. So they went back, re-got all their stuff, and then came back, and then they took it from them.
See, like, if something like that for real did happen, you would have groups like that where they're fighting each other, but it would be all the normal people. Like, when groups would find each other, they would most likely team up because since they have more numbers, they would have a better chance of surviving. It wouldn't be like
How many factions?
It wouldn't be like the movies where right when they see each other, they just start shooting each other.
Well, actually, probably at first, people would be most likely to team up. But then as time goes
As
by,
time goes on, it might get a little more raw.
then people are starting to become a little bit more paranoid because they've started to encounter more dangerous people.
Yeah.
And then usually in an apocalyptic event like that, you're going to have the tough people survive.
Oh yeah, you can have those.
So it's going to be more and more bad people who are out.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next time you see someone, it's like
Yeah.
shoot or be shot.
That's the thing. Even
They most likely probably aren't an innocent person that never killed nobody.
no, yeah.
Because you know where your people are.
Uh-huh.
But that's the thing. Even like the bad guys, like they would be the ones to probably succeed the most. But even if they were smart, they would know that more numbers is better. So when they would find groups, they would probably give them a chance first to join their thing. And then if they wouldn't, then they would just kill them.
Yeah.
But I mean, because, yeah, you would want to build an army then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When's that movie coming out?
I think it actually is out. We're gonna have to find it.
Is it on Netflix? Is there anyone plays in it that you know?
That's what I was gonna say. There's an actor that plays in it. I know his name.
What's his name?
Don't know.
You just said you know his name.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
What's that one movie like? Is it Civil War or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
The modern day one.
What's that
I wanna
movie?
watch
No, what's
that.
that movie where a guy gets sent to an island? He like was in prison or something, but then we never watched it, but we heard about it. He gets sent to an island and then he gets hunted for sport.
It's that movie.
No, that main actor, the guy that gets put on the island, that main character.
What movie's that?
Yeah, that don't help me.
What's that Civil War movie? Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I want to watch that movie.
That one they said had like mixed reviews.
I hate that movie.
You didn't
I
even
always
watch
hated the
it.
cinematography and just the trailer, and then I found out that they used a Ronin 4D
No, it's like
camera.
all the
That thing can only take like 4 lenses.
no, it's like all camera. Has to
I
be
was like,
Cameron, you think that's bad? Some of Apple's
and they
films
used
they
a
shoot on
Mavic drone.
iPhone.
They used a DJI Mavic drone
all
and
the
Cameron,
I think a GoPro.
you think that's bad? Some Apple films use iPhones in their production.
That's better than a Ronin 4D
No,
because you
all
can mount lenses to an Apple
all
phone.
camera has to do is find out what cameras
No,
are used.
I thought it was
to
bad
film the movie,
before the
and that'll
camera.
set the tone for the entire
I thought it was
movie.
bad before the camera.
No, you were kind of like, I don't really like that. And then once you found
You know
it
the
out,
Ronin
you're like, I
4D
hate
is.
the movie. You know what's weird?
You know what the Ronin 4D is? It's that DJI camera where it's like a chicken. Where it's like a chicken where the lens will always stay at one spot no matter where you move the camera. It literally looks like a
I
chicken.
saw this video on YouTube. Is a chicken a good gimbal?
Oh yeah.
Because he was moving the chicken around and the head would stay. So he somehow attached a small camera to the chicken's head and then he filmed a video with it.
Was it a good gimbal?
Yeah.
We'll make our gimbals designed like chicken heads.
But you know what's funny about that Civil War movie? They tried to put the movie in as much in the center as possible. So like it wasn't like left leaning or right leaning or Republican or Democrat. So there was 2 states that had an alliance. It was California and Texas who were in alliance with each other. The 2 polar
I would never
opposites.
go.
The guy with the red glasses. What side
And
is
then
he
like
on?
Florida, Georgia, and a few other states around there all had their own little thing. They were like trying to become their own country.
You'd think it'd be like Florida and Texas.
Yeah, but it was Texas and California.
Duh.
Oh wow, that sure makes sense.
Why can't I think of that name?
Is he like a popular actor?
Not really, but yes.
So he's not.
Well, since you know cameras better, sounds like you should redo the complicated mission.
Oh no.
Don't mention nightmares on this show.
We won't give the audience a link to watch it unless you make a part
Yeah,
2.
because
But you can.
they'll never find it. I'm gonna go and unlist it right now.
Oh, I guess I did mention the name, and it is on YouTube.
Don't
Yeah.
search it.
Yeah, but you weren't really
We used an iPhone.
skilled in video back then.
We used an
Or
iPhone,
acting.
and we did that in 24 hours.
Well, that's why there was no talking in it, because we couldn't keep our faces straight.
Remember that? We wrote a script.
No, there was talking in it, but there wasn't talking with acting. There was voiceovers.
What do you mean acting? You couldn't have. It would have been better if there was nobody being filmed and there was nobody talking.
No, but remember we did. I am impressed in this part. We thought of an idea. We wrote a script. We went to like 3 different locations. One of them was in the mountains, which was like an hour and a half away. And then we edited all night long, which I can't believe we spent an entire night editing on that film. But still, we got that all done within like 24 hours. And it was a 72-hour film challenge, but we started late.
You should recreate it.
You were in it.
Well, I'll act.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite part in that film is? Because one of the locations we used, we had the public restroom.
Oh yeah.
And in the movie, in the video, we wanted the restroom to have been out of order. So we made our own out of order sign and taped it to the door.
Yeah.
And then we filmed our scene.
And it was a public park restroom.
And then left the area and like just left.
We forgot the sign.
Oh, we left it on purpose.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. So it'd be funny.
We did.
People have to use the bathroom. They didn't because they would be nice, good, law-abiding citizens and wouldn't go into a restroom that has marked out of order, but it wasn't.
I wonder how long that sign is up there.
Probably until a city.
Well, it was a public park, so it probably would have been like the next day. Yeah, we should refilm that. Have a training montage scene.
There would be a training montage scene, a new and revised gun scene, and then a better mountain scene. Just better scenes overall.
I know.
Oh yeah.
We could do our own competition. Y'all refilm it, and then I'll make my own in Unreal Engine.
We got drones now we can use too. Get drone shots. That would look cool.
Yeah, that's the opening scene.
Have like the sniper shot, like the James Reese sniper shot in Terminal List.
Yeah,
where he's like up on the mountain.
And the drone starts with you down at him, and then it flies down to the target, and it like time warps it.
Yeah. We could also do bullet shots like that too. You do a drone shot from where you're sitting to where the target is, and then you speed ramp it, and you add a bullet like 3D model. That'd be cool. Like you're following the bullet, and then you do like slow motion. That would be cool.
But movies, whenever they show the bullet flying through the air, it always.
Well, we're not other movies.
I know. After seeing the last film, I don't know what y'all are.
We got better gear now too because we used an iPhone and a gimbal.
Yeah. I think we could do a good recreation for the fun of it.
We should.
What? But this time it should be in like the snow. And then the sniper is in a white ghillie suit.
Well, you all have to redo the entire story. Y'all's story was awful.
Why?
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't awful. So Harrison.
Friends got put on 2 different sides. The one guy was brainwashed.
It was 2 friends who were involved in the military. One was like special forces. The other, not special, like special forces or undercover. The other one,
special forces.
Yeah, the other one was a sniper in the military. The one guy that was special forces was put on a mission into North Korea and then got captured.
I know, but
and then they turned, using new technology, they turned him into a programmable assassin to assassinate the American president. And then the other friend, the sniper, got put on the mission to take out this mystery assassin, which was actually his friend, and he didn't realize it until he saw him down the sights of his
That
scope.
part was a little good, but it didn't make sense why the assassin was running in the middle of the woods hunting for the president, which would probably be anywhere
We're trying to find
except for the
in
woods.
Area 51.
No, if you want to recreate it, you want to have to do it in like a city.
Is Area 51 in Colorado? Because in the video it says the president is hiding in a remote location in the Colorado mountains.
Yeah,
Where's he hiding from?
but there is a big base out here. Isn't it like Colorado Springs or something? There's a big military base out here. It goes deep into the mountains.
Yeah.
Well, if y'all would recreate it, I would say do it in like a city, not in the mountains.
Like
Like
a
the mountain,
city
there
scene.
could be a shot in the city, but like the main part of it would be in the city.
When the president's just walking around in the city.
Well, then don't have to be the president. Have it be like a high-end person. But like it would have to be. The woods didn't make sense at all.
We should actually film a city scene where he's like a gray man undercover.
Yeah, something.
Because he's like doing reconnaissance or something. And you could film it like they filmed Elf. So you know the movie Elf, where he's running down the street and he went up to behind this guy. He goes, "Santa, is that you, Santa?" And he turned the guy around. It was just a normal old guy that was dressed in red. And then he goes, "Well, you're not Santa," and he went running away. None of that was scripted. That guy wasn't even an actor. The Santa guy wasn't even an actor.
Not even the director or producer had that planned.
Yeah, no.
The whole they didn't have a big budget, so they just told Elf to run around and just do things, and he just did it. He just did it by himself.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. But
I know a good scene for the video. You have dual training montages that get clipped into each other.
Kind of like Creed 3.
Yeah, and one is the assassin and one's the sniper, and they actually don't know it, but they're the friends, and they're both training to take out each other.
Kind of like Creed 3 when both characters are in a training montage and they both look in the mirror at themselves. And then it flips scenes, and the other guy's looking in the mirror at himself.
We need to somehow also have a capture scene, or like an interrogation scene, like when the guy gets captured in North Korea. Because we had never filmed a scene like that. Because then we could test our cinematography skills on
we could also
throwing punches.
We should also do stuff like
because then you have that would give you practice on slowly changing the person's face with like makeup and artificial blood, because you can't keep punching the guy and nothing changes.
No, I know. We could also do like Unreal Engine stuff too.
And that's actually good, since none of us are good actors, and whoever's getting punched, which would be you because you were the assassin. Yeah. Listen, you were the one. Listen, when we were making the video, you kept laughing when you were trying to act. We both were.
Yeah, you weren't holding a straight face either, though.
But what I meant is, if you start laughing while being interrogated, it looks like you're just kind of like Mr. Tough Guy who's laughing in the face.
You were smiling during the crying scene at the end. I forgot we had a crying scene. Or a tear.
I wasn't smiling.
No, when we tried to film it, well, I remember one of our takes, we were like, "Oh, we're going to have to do this again." You were smiling. You were looking down the barrel with a tear coming down your face going...
We should make a deadline for this.
You look bad. There's only one thing. If y'all do make it, y'all have to show people.
Well, you'll probably be featured in it now.
Yeah, you'll be a new actor.
No, we're doing a competition. I'm going to make my own version in Unreal Engine.
He'll be a literal president in North Korea.
No, he's Kim Jong-un's son. Kim Jong-un died, so he became the young whatever they call their president over there. And like the assassin, the special forces guy is being interrogated, and then this little cocky president comes walking into the room.
No, I'll just be the president of the United States.
Yeah.
But
you don't have your motorcycle.
Oh, I'll have it by the time we film, probably.
Because that would be a cool scene for the sniper.
How'd that fit in?
Well, what would you make?
I don't know, but it'd be cool.
Would you make like a full story, or would it be like a trailer style?
Oh, it'd be a full story, but it'll only be in like 5 minutes.
Short film. Something like this would be almost 10 minutes. Because we were pushing.
It would have to be like 10-ish minutes for what y'all wanting to do.
Yeah, most short films that people post to YouTube, it's by people who know how to do really good cinematography. And all the whole video is usually is just cool camera shots. And there's no story.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except for that one short film I saw recently. I was like, oh, maybe not.
It could turn into a Viva La Dirt League. But instead of gaming...
Better than them. It'll be better than them. It'll be better than them. Theirs is kind of funny and weird at the same time.
Theirs is weird. Just weird. Not... Yeah. Yeah.
You know the one I watched recently?
Yeah.
The guy that's always trying to scam the tech store. He finds out on public records that there's a foot by foot, 1 foot by 1 foot square in the store that is technically public land, and he bought it. And he went walking in and he goes, "So yeah, I bought this land," and he taped it off and he goes, "This is my property now, and if you want it, it's $100,000. And they go, "Okay, well, we're closing up now. You're going to have to come And he goes, nope, this is my land. I'm going to stay. And they go, all right, well, just don't move, because if you try to move, you're going to set off the alarm.
Yep. And then they locked the doors and walked out, and he's standing there in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. We got the cameras now. We could do it.
All right, deadline is end of March.
And now the gym has a heavy bag, so we could film boxing scenes in a darts gym.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's not very heavy.
Yeah, I say heavy bag. It's like 30, 40
We could have a
pounds.
fighting scene.
We could actually.
What were y'all saying about the punches earlier?
That was like an interrogation scene where he's like,
You can fake a punch.
Who's doing the interrogation?
We just need someone.
What?
It could be one of us with a mask
What?
because you just put a mask on.
Wait, who's doing the interrogation?
Dad or someone we
No,
know.
I mean, like, why is he getting interrogated?
Because he got captured.
If they had the technology to program him as an assassin, I don't think they need to sit him on a chair and beat him up to interrogate him.
He does have a point there.
Well, yeah, they do it for the fun of it, like before they. Like, no, have it where like they're hooking him up to stuff to get ready to like program him in to be an assassin.
Yeah.
And while they're doing that, then the bad guys having fun with him beating him.
yeah.
That would be more realistic.
You could create.
Oh, have a Cybertruck in it.
You'd have a chase.
No, that's
Yeah.
what the rich guy will have. That's gonna be killed.
Where are you getting the Cybertruck?
You rent it.
You just rent it.
Now we're talking about money. Money. Budget for a film
Mm-hmm.
is insane.
Yeah.
We've been rolling for a whole hour.
Have we?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem like no.
I think this episode was slightly better than the first one.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Oh, it started better too. We didn't all start laughing. We actually started talking about serious stuff right away.
I told everyone that first episode was going to be shit. People didn't believe me.
Well, I still don't believe you because it's worse than shit.
Someone started watching it and they were like 3 minutes in and they said to me, they go, what is this?
Someone turned it on in the room that I was in, and I started hearing these geeks talking in the background. And at first, I didn't know who it was.
Oh no.
Who is that? And then I started recognizing the voices, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, turn it off.
I know. I forced myself to watch the whole thing, but I was doing.
I was
stuff,
going to, but I didn't.
I was doing stuff while I was listening to it, and every now and
I
then I would
can't bring
hear
myself
something.
to do it.
Every now and then I would hear something. I would look over. I'm like, what was that? And I would take it back. I'm like, that was what it was.
Well, we're getting these first few episodes knocked out to kind of get into the flow of things, and then we're going to be getting guests on.
Yeah.
So we're already lining up guests for February. That's when we're starting to get guests on. So if you have any ideas of anybody you want to see on the show, just let us know.